Chroma TV so and our Sugu so I would see now fast forward the Bora in 7 money away Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Akachi. Now some appeal that is going to and say compare Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as Vice President any ex-president John Dramani Mahama Mumienwa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Modimbo Aswedi na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia se Ghana for to meet to abano and the man of the president of which demo for se kwambia so beboa e mo man Ghana etumi akosuye man ko put in small pay atunum to the attitude.
Begin to wrap up our conversation, here on State of Affairs. And I mean, behind the scenes, you've still been expressing how confident you are that the grounds are fertile and the grounds are right for Dr. Bawumia to take over the reins, of government. How do you juxtapose that to all the complaints that are coming from the length and breadth of the country about hardship in the system, difficulties in the system, people struggling to make ends meet, struggling to buy tomatoes, in the markets, struggling to pay bills, saddled with taxes and all of that? These are difficulties that, under the leadership of Dr. Bawumia's economic management team head, the country has been plunged into. Why should we, in Dr. Bawumia's own words, give the steering wheel to him?
Yes, like I said earlier on, I am very convinced and I have confidence in the leadership of His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I think he will be one of the great assets that the nation will have as a president. Yes, we are not discounting the fact that certain things are not going well. I think the president himself have actually said that times are hard and times are difficult. But at the end of the day, we still need to strive. But if you are able to weigh the options of Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and what the NDC is going to present, you'll be able to appreciate the fact that Dr. Bawumia is by far will be a better president than the President John Mahama. We have seen President Mahama being a president before. We have been able to see that he has held a steering wheel. Why not we give Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the opportunity to see how he will also be the president of the country and how he will be able to steer affairs, which I am very convinced that he's going to be a wonderful president. We are not judging His Excellency, the former president, when he was the vice president. We are actually talking about the fact that when he was president, and if you put them, the two in the scale, you will see that Dr. Bawumia will be a better president. And I am very convinced the response that is coming from the northern region, the response that will come from other regions or the other part of Ghana will be able to conclude and give us a majority seat in parliament and make Dr. Bawumia the president of the republic.
Okay, that's one of the locations now. The former or the sack.
Yes, I like to have so in San Fakana and to the Mayanko Nequity and the Snake Baby Income.
Okay, that's one of the locations now. The former or the sack, the minority chief whip, Mutaka. My brother and friend, who is a member of the Lands and Forestry Committee in Panu, Suhini. The ranking, Collins Dauda, Rashid Pepo. Do you know what? Do you know Legon Farms? I'll come to that. Do you know Legon Farms? Now my lawyer is just intimidating me. Do you know Legon Farms?
Yeah.
It's a government land. I'm saying that, look, when you pass to the legitimate way to get it. There's nothing wrong with it. Look, I don't want to go into details, even mention. I don't want to even go into this, even mention journalists who owns land at
that are given to them by politicians.
I said, who owns land at Boteman and other places that belongs to, because they apply for it. You can apply for it. So when you sit here and you say that, oh, we own this, go to Glagon, Ramsia site, and you see the people who lives there. You see, calling people names. I've said from the beginning, me sitting here, if John Mahama is in my family, I'll be so happy about it. So when you come and sit here and describe people, liars, criminals, this, I could have also used certain words on John Mahama. But it is not important.
John Mahama is not a liar. Bawumia is. That's the point.
That's why I can also use certain words of John Mahama, which is a public what people knows about him about that. But what important is it? If you are calling somebody a liar, I can describe John Mahama with certain attributes of him that is in the public domain that people know
we any some man can but mind fears no video
about it. But do not serve any interest for me. Because that is his personal life that he choose to live. We have people in your party who have called him certain names. But it's not important to me. You can decide to call Bawumia a liar. You can decide to call Bawumia this. I don't mind. It is the good people of this country who will decide between him and John Mahama who should lead us. I can give you five names that people call Mahama. 5. Getting to a point, actors in this country were fighting among themselves about certain attitude of him. That is his personal life that he chooses to live. So when people ridicule him in the public domain, that is his problem. So when you decided to be calling people names, tarnishing people's image and reputation, it doesn't get anywhere. If John decided to translate my first coup d'etat to Russian language, because there's a fight between Russia and
Ukraine.
and Ukraine. So therefore, it's a coup d'etat book. So he's giving them a guidelines as to how they will continue to fight.
It's not timely. Is it not?
Timely. But have you had opportunity to read the book yourself? Have you
I have read the book. It's not about the coup d'etat.
Do you have a copy?
It's not about a coup d'etat.
But that's what you said. You said the book that he wrote.
The title
of the book is
yes.
My First Coup d'etat.
But it is not about a coup d'etat.
Oh, la.
The book is not about a coup
I
d'etat.
didn't target you.
Right, don't
My
say
lawyer.
yeah.
Cancel.
It's when your lawyer is speaking, you keep quiet. When your lawyer speaks for you,
But when your client is talking, because he will pay you, you have to keep quiet. Other than you can't go home. How will you buy food? How will you buy food? The title of the book, My First Coup d'etat, now has been translated, said by my lawyer. I don't know the reason why he went there. He said it has been translated in the Russian language for them to understand that yes, when you throw this missile, it goes straight into
He didn't add that, Lord.
anam de kasibu na ebisam de kasibu be meeting e de obinge bo search makram